Hi, this is Emily Slaney with TVinsider.com, and I am here with Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus, who play Carol and Daryl on AMC's The Walking Dead. Thank you so much.
What's up? Hi.
It's really good to see you both. So I'm 10C coming back. It's really exciting. Daryl and Carol's relationship has been kind of put through the ringer throughout season 10. What do you think that they need to work through in order to get back to the strong friendship and the strong level of trust that they once had for each other?
How deep do you have to dig to justify what you do? With the collateral damage that's left behind. And that's always such a hard call to make. And we've been doing it, from the beginning. And it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any easier. But I think the more you lose, the more everything that you still have means even more and more and more. So the stakes are greater and greater and greater, that it complicates everything. And I think Carol, anyway, is going to work on trying to mend that relationship. Or several relationships.
Yeah, she's got a few to mend.
Yeah.
Norman, how about Daryl? What kind of emotional progress are we going to see from him?
Wow. There's a bit of a backstory that will explain some things. I don't know that he's there emotionally in a way that he's learned and grown. I definitely feel like he's experienced and maybe suffered a little bit from it, but there's some backstory that, I imagine that Carol and Daryl tell each other everything, but there's a little bit of some story that Daryl might have left out, and it's not anything good. It's something bad that has happened, that there's guilt again. He's still out there looking for Rick. He doesn't let go of things. He just doesn't quit. And then, as far as Carol taking blame for things, I feel like Daryl does blame her for some things, but also in the back of his mind feels like if he took a step to the right instead of a left, maybe he could have prevented it all. So I don't think he ever really gives up full responsibility for anything.
Now, another thing that Carol has done, not to put the blame on her, because she's definitely not responsible for everything, but Negan being let out of prison was kind of Carol's doing. And of course, we know that Lauren Cohan will be returning as Maggie for 10C, and we saw her a little bit in A Certain Doom last October. How does Maggie react to Carol? Is that relationship, that reunion, tense between the two of them, or are they kind of okay because they're old friends?
Again, there's the understanding that's sometimes you just have to make a quick call or a calculated call, calculate the risks, and is it going to be worth it? If it goes right. If it goes wrong, it could go way wrong. But if it goes right, this could be really good. But it's not without circumstance, consequence. And Carol knows, particularly letting Negan out. What she didn't anticipate so much was the return. But she knew that she had to tell Maggie that it was her, and hope that Maggie would understand the risk of not doing what she did.
To bring a little levity to this conversation, because there are a lot of sad things going on in The Walking Dead. How was it to have Lauren Cohan back on set with you guys?
It's great to have her back.
Yeah. She's been there for a long time as well. And it's also a reminder, for Daryl and Carol having Maggie back, that it's something familiar. It brings back memories of Beth and Glenn and Herschel and all these other things, but it's nice to see Lauren as well. She's fun to work with. She's bringing a fresh storyline out of the blue. She kind of just shows up at the right time, and with her storyline comes a whole nother set of problems. But it's great to see her every day, you know. She's fun. She's a good friend of ours.
Can either of you tease what the rest of 10C is going to look like? Are we going to get another big bad coming on the quicker end, or are they going to be rebuilding after the Whisperers War? What can we expect?
Expect that there will be more exploring the aftermath of the Whisper War and Daryl and Carol's relationship, a little bit of dog backstory.
There's a lot going. I mean,
There is a
it's
lot.
not just one big bad.
I'm so afraid of spoilers. I can't function.
Yeah, there's like 10 things happening at the same time, and one might look bad but might not be bad. One might look like it's not bad and be really bad. You know, and then there's parts of other stories that blend into a whole nother section of stuff happening. And then there's internal things happening. I will say that, you know, the 6 episodes we did were very intimate. They were very COVID friendly. You know, there was sort of the characters dealing with, you know, coming out of this giant Whisperer War and where their heads are at. We just read the first and second script and it's full speed ahead. Like there's something like 27 setups in the first episode before we even get to the credits. Like I'm trying to rest my brain up. I'm trying to rest my body up. It's going to be an exhausting run, this run. And I know we're gonna, you know, go out with fireworks. So it's big. Like to say there's one thing happening it's impossible because there's like 80 things happening.
That's awesome. I mean, that just sounds so exciting.
It sounds exhausting. That's what it sounds like.
For you,
exhausting.
probably quite exhausting. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For someone who only has to watch it on screen, I'm excited.
You should be excited. Yeah. A lot of Advil will go down.
I love the idea that we're going to get to see more dog on screen. I think it's so fun whenever we get to see Daryl and his bond with his man.
Yeah.
It's so
he's great. Yeah. He's so fun to work with.
Yeah.
You know, he and I have a little bond. We have like quite a nice bond. And whenever another actor has a scene with the dog and the dog bonds, I get really jealous.
Now, of course, there's also been announced that we're getting a Carol Daryl spinoff coming up. Have you begun any preparations for that? Can you tease anything for fans?
I'm hoping for a Carol Daryl dog spinoff. That's what I'm hoping for now.
Dog would be fun to have one, right?
Melissa, you want to jump in on this one?
Not really, because I'm excited about it, but I don't have a whole lot to. Right now, it's just in speculate. I don't know because they haven't told me much.
Yeah.
So I'm just so curious about where is 11 going with Daryl and Carol to leave them to get them into spinoff world. And what's it going to be like? I have more questions than answers, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah. It'll be different in tone. I know that.
I heard that.
Like Melissa said, it depends. I'm curious too, like where the show stops, because that's what kicks us off. So, you know what I mean? So we don't know that part yet. That's a big part.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see more 10C. Everyone go check out The Walking Dead. It resumes on February 28th, 9/8 Central on AMC, or you can catch it a week earlier on AMC Plus on February 21st.